This video covers the barbell back squat. So first things first, walking up to the bar, knowing how to set your upper body for the bar. First thing I do, set my thumbs distance from the smooth. So if you look at the barbell, you'll be able to see that there is a gritty part and a smooth part on the bar. Most bars have the same measurements. Sometimes they do change a little bit. So if you feel like you need to move in a little bit closer with your grip, or a little bit wider, then feel free. You can change that around a little bit. But to start, try hands thumbs distance from the smooth. Then from there, just get your head underneath. Get the bar on the top of your traps. So what I'm doing now, and you can see it, squeeze your shoulder blades together and then shrug your traps up into the bar. This creates a nice shelf for the bar on your back. After that, stand up with a weight, take a couple steps back. Next, setting my feet shoulder width apart. So let's talk about my upper back again. So my shoulder blades are nice and tight. They're pushed together. My traps are shrugged up into the bar. So I'm pushing up into that bar a little bit. Also, notice my forearms. So they're underneath but back a little bit. This helps keep the bar on my back. So if my elbows drift forward, then that bar is going to want to roll down my back. Right now I'm kind of wedging it so it can't go anywhere. My feet, shoulder width apart. So when you're setting your feet shoulder width apart, think like your heels are shoulder width apart, and then turn your toes out slightly, as you can see here. Distribute your weight so it's between your midfoot and your heels, and keep it there the entire time. There you go. Then you execute the squat by moving at your hips first. So if you look at my hips here, moved at my hips first, they go back, then I bring my butt down. So you bend your hips and then you bend your knees. Don't bend your knees first. It's butt back and down. There you go. So now I'm at parallel. This is how low we want you to get. Parallel is where your thighs are roughly parallel to the floor. So thighs roughly parallel to the floor. Also notice the angle in my back. It is okay to have about a 45-degree angle in your torso. Hopefully it's a little bit more upright than that, but you don't want to round it forward. A lot of the time people try to have their torso too upright and they end up squatting on their toes. So if you end up on your toes, your torso is probably too upright. Squeeze your butt to stand up straight. Keep your weight over midfoot to heel the entire time. So here's an example of some common errors. So my elbows are dipping underneath. Like I said, you want to try to keep them back a little bit. That's bending at the knees first. So remember, bend at your hips first. This is me. I'm trying to round my back. My chest is down way too much. We call that stripper butt, where the butt pops up first. So remember, drive your chest up at all times. Here's a couple reps with good form. Then you just so different views here. Look at the bar, you can see that there was a smooth and gritty part. Thumbs distance from the smooth. You stand up. So you can see the crease in my shirt, and you can see my shoulder blades. They're pushed together and then pushing up into that bar. Both shoulder blades squeeze together, then pushing up into that bar. So this helps protect my spine. This way the bar is not resting on your spine, it's resting on the musculature of your back instead. There, and you can see when I disengage it, squeeze and push your muscles into that back. Then when you're done, always walk it in all the way just like that, so you know you don't miss the pins, and then bring it down. One more squat, one more view. This is just to show a side view of all the things that we've talked about. There we go. Back squat.